And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I am Callum. That's Kyle. Kyle, how are we doing today, my friend?
Hay fever's kicking my ass. Well, it's really my eyes. But other than that, pretty good. I
Good.
mean, I hope it fucks off by the time we watch Furiosa. I'm really, really excited to see that. And that's a lot of sand. I don't know. I feel like every time there's a movie with a lot of sand in it, my eyes just go fucking crazy. Some would say it's like I've almost got sand in my eyes, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I've just got really excited for that today. For some reason, it's just hit me today.
I'm just looking forward to it. I'm trying not to think about it because I just think it'll be a nice day at the cinema.
Yeah, it will, but I try usually not to get excited for things. I try to look ahead instead of, what's coming.
Yeah.
Like, right, soon. It's like, no, I'm looking out to Deadpool and Wolverine. That's what my eyes are focused on right now. Like,
Yeah.
everything else along the way is just nice and it comes quicker. But it's like, it's only just hit me where it's like, oh my god, we're seeing Furiosa on Friday.
Yeah, I think for me it was just like I was really excited today, and same as you, and just thinking about it, and but my excitement kind of went down a little bit because you told me that we're getting Franksters for food. So yeah. Other than that, can't wait. Should be a great time at the cinema.
Anyway,
That was way too long.
like my Willy. Anyway, don't know why I said Willy. Don't know why I said Willy. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No one knows.
I am sorry, X-Men fans. Let's get into this. X-Men. The MCU movie. We finally got the ball rolling a bit now. We've got a writer. Michael Leslie. Now, the most recent thing he's done was the latest Hunger Games movie. The prequel. Now, we know there's been loads of writers coming to Marvel with ideas. That was the first thing they wanted after the writer's strike. Do you remember? They prioritised X-Men. It was like, right guys, come to us with your ideas. So they've been doing this for months now, trying to find a writer. Also, Michael Leslie, he wrote the Assassin's Creed movie. But he also did Macbeth with Michael Fassbender. Have you seen Macbeth?
No.
Whew. Amazing. Now, first things first I want to say is whenever, you hear like a writer's attached to something like that, I think with writers more so than directors, they've got something that didn't hit, something that hit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the last Hunger Games movie. I don't think you did either.
No.
So I can't really judge it off that. I saw Assassin's Creed. I didn't like Assassin's Creed, but I love Macbeth.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think a lot of problems with that film. The writing obviously included, but it's hard to do. I understand that it is kind of difficult to do a game into a film, so like I don't really count that because it was still like the early-ish days where game movie that get turned into movies are still they didn't find their way basically.
Well, and there's one thing that I like to bring up every time we talk about a writer, and they've done this, but they haven't done that. I love to look at Craig Mazin as a writer. If you look at Craig Mazin's like stuff that he's written before he wrote Chernobyl and then went on to write Last of Us, they would have told you, oh, this guy's doing The Last of Us before he did Chernobyl, everyone would have gone, no, this guy's fucking shit. Don't let him anywhere near it. Chernobyl and The Last of Us might be two of the best shows that have ever been on TV. Not right now, not, running or anything like that. Ever been on TV. So you don't know when someone's going to put in the best work. And to say that loads of writers have been going to Marvel to, bring in the scripts to them, this could have been the best out of the bunch. Well, it probably was the best out of the bunch if they picked it. We know they're doing the whole creative shuffle and stuff like that now. But X-Men, it's got a writer, Kyle. How do you feel about that in general? Obviously they're starting to make movement with this film now.
Yeah, I guess it's just nice to hear. You know me, I'm not like I'm looking forward to the X-Men being in the MCU, of course. I don't know how I feel. I'm excited. That's all I can really say, to be honest. You're the X-Men guy. This is, for me, it's just kind of like another step to, okay, this film's getting closer. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, no, definitely. This film's getting closer. Comes in a convenient time as well, actually. X-Men 97 finished last week.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday. And now today, it's boom. There you go. Here's more X-Men news. We're moving on this X-Men film now. Do you think the process might have been sped up a little bit because of the success of 97? Or do you think I think it's been in the pipeline for a long time, and it's just how the news has come out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would have had much influence on that. I think everyone's just really looking forward to the X-Men, and it just matched up perfectly. Sometimes these things do happen, and yeah, that's all I can say.
It seems to be as well. People think they are looking for a 2027 release date. Maybe this is the film before Avengers: Secret Wars.
Could be.
So, okay, I like that. But yeah, one more time, guys, don't go writing somebody off because stuff they've done in the past. Unless
you're the writer of Madam Web,
who was also the writer of Morbius and Gods of Egypt. But saying that though, one day they could write their best thing ever, and you just don't know. But I don't think it should be giving them the chance on these bigger movies. But still, it's not like this Michael Leslie's films that he's written are bad. And apparently, I'm not a Hunger Games fan, but apparently quite a few people enjoyed the last Hunger Games movie. Do you want to see what it's got on Rotten Tomatoes? I don't think it's super high.
I'll be honest, I didn't really hear much because I know the Hunger Games was so big when the first three came out. I never watched the second and third. I don't know if they split. I don't know if they did a part 2 or whatever.
So 63% on Rotten Tomatoes, critic score, but 89% audience.
Yeah. I don't know. I still don't really care for it.
But yeah, Macbeth, that's what I'm going off. If it can be anywhere as good as that, like written wise, I'm 100% in on this. And I'll ask you this, do you think they are going to try do a Fox X-Men team from the beginning? Do you think it's going to be who we had there, like Cyclops, Jean Grey, Storm?
That's the difficult one because we've had the film. Yeah, we've had the films where they are already sort of together, and then we had obviously the prequel films where they sort of come together and things like that.
Yeah, one at a time. Do you think they could go with the OG team? I'm talking Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Iceman, and Angel.
Do you know what? I think probably they'll go with like an OG team that's very established. Just because, it worked for Spider-Man and they're going into Avengers where things are going to get a soft reset. I think that's probably like the safest bet to do it.
Yeah. Not introducing too many characters like, obviously Professor X, maybe Magneto, maybe not. We'll get onto that later, but keep that small original first team, which I think can work. And people are going to hate me for saying this, No Wolverine. No Wolverine. Not just yet. I think it's going to be especially difficult to recast Hugh Jackman from that role. And obviously he's going to have...
At least right now.
He's going to have a presence in Deadpool and Wolverine this year. Apparently he's going to have a presence in Secret Wars. I don't want to see this version of the X-Men's Wolverine. I've been saying the third film, but realistically it'll probably be the second film.
Yeah.
If they get round to it. So, sorry, guys, but I could be wrong, because big character, they might want to put him in there.
Yeah, if anything, there'll be some sort of Easter egg or tease to him. You know, like maybe a mention of like Stryker. It's like, oh, we heard about this Stryker guy called, you know, doing experiments on mutants and things. Maybe that's all we get.
We might get the Weapon X thing again, which, by the way, X-Men Apocalypse, that is the best scene.
Yeah.
When he's in the full Weapon X get-up as well and just steps out. But yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice to know that Hugh Jackman is he's had the vest look for so long. He had that, you know, level look in the original films. He eventually got his cool headgear, like we just said, and now he's getting his OG costume in Deadpool and Wolverine. But yeah, I agree with you on the Wolverine part.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I don't like Wolverine. I love Wolverine as a character. It's just, I think we need to give time to these other characters to grow, because as soon as Wolverine's in there, he's going to overshadow him.
Just because of how popular that character is. Yeah.
100%. Do you know what I've noticed a lot as well on the channel? My go-to saying is 100%. 100%.
100%.
100%. Anyway, Vision. This is a show that we thought was cancelled, wasn't happening anymore. It seems like it is. And it's got a showrunner now. This is the person who's the showrunner for Picard, the Star Trek show. Now, I love that Marvel is going in and they are getting showrunners now, because it was something they didn't do for a long time. There was like, no, let's make this TV show like a film. That didn't work.
Break it up. No.
It didn't work. Now look at it, it's like, no, we need to run this. There's a reason why TV shows have showrunners. So, we're getting Vision. This is coming to us from Deadline, so this is as official as it gets. Yes, no, you excited for a Vision show? Oh, that rhymed.
I love the Vision character ever since he came on screen in Avengers Age of Ultron. And obviously, you know, the casting was excellent as well. You know, being
such
Jarvis,
a great story as well behind the casting.
It's really cool how this character's still about in some shape or form. And it were nice to sort of get some really nice moments with Wanda. But I feel like, hear me out. I love Vision, I love Wanda, but let's just have something that's just Vision at the moment. Because all we ever seem to really get is Wanda. If there's Wanda, there's Vision. If there's Vision, there's Wanda. So let's just have something that kind of focuses on just Vision. Maybe, obviously, you're going to have the ties in with Wanda, you know, probably a couple mentions, but let this be about him discovering what he is and what his purpose is now.
Yeah. Look, Paul Bettany as Vision might be one of the best castings that's ever happened in the MCU. It's just a damn shame we haven't seen him since 2021. This is the longest we've gone without seeing Vision ever since the character's been on screen. We got him in 2015, we got him in 2016, we got him in 2018, and then we got him in 21. Oh no, I think we're going just as long. Anyway, we haven't seen Vision. I want to see Vision. Apparently this is slated for a 2026 release. So still quite a bit off. But the fact that they're moving forward with this, we know that they were silently cancelling a load of shows. The fact that they are moving forward with this makes me quite happy, because I do want to see Vision. I don't want to see him just pop his little white ass over somewhere and go, "Hey, up mush, it's me, Vision. I'm back from that Westview place where I got me brains back."
Yeah, I really, obviously, we all love the character of Vision, and I think this show will take a much more serious tone as opposed to WandaVision. Obviously, WandaVision has its funnier moments where, with the TV show stuff and the little interviews they do in the episodes. That was all great. I am not saying anything bad about that. But with what this character has gone through, being killed and then resurrected to find,
yeah,
it's fucked up. It's like, you've been, it's kind of like almost like a Frankenstein, but I was alive before that kind of thing.
Yeah, to put the woman you love through killing you, and then it absolutely means nothing.
Yeah.
Now, Kyle can't watch that scene because I've ruined it for him. But he can't say why.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Fucking you dirty bastard.
I love it. But yeah, do you think what do you think odds are, though, that we see Wanda back in this?
I would probably say as a potential flashback. I mean, we don't really know what's happening with the Wanda character. They kind of just left it on a weird sort of like, she could be dead, but it's looking like she's not. It feels, the end of Multiverse of Madness. So who knows? I'd probably say the safest bet is a flashback, but I think
I'm saying post credit.
Yeah, I'd say post credit as a surprise that it's the real Wanda.
No, definitely, 100%.
By real, I mean like the now and then.
Yeah.
In the events of.
But before we move on to our next topic, though, I do want to say that Vision might have one of the best lines in the MCU, and it was from WandaVision, and it is, "What is grief, but not love persevering?" It gets me. Gets me so. Kyle knows I can cry, man. I love a good cry.
Yes, you do. You love a good snore as well.
Yeah, well, I'm just a big gentle giant.
No, it's just in cinema. It's just like when we used to go to like super late showings on like a second showing of a film, and just sitting next to me like
the second time we saw Endgame. So we saw Endgame at midnight, and then we had a screening for 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep,
I woke up for the last hour and watched that last battle again. I was like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, I just remember like midway through that film, I looked over because I could not only hear you, but I could feel the vibration of you snoring in the seat next to me in cinema. And I just looked over. I couldn't. You looked so peaceful. You were proper in your element.
Just put like a finger up my nose or something like that.
I ain't doing that, mate. If you're snoring that loud, I ain't going up anywhere near your nose.
Yeah, you'll get soaked up.
Exactly.
Next time, wake me up. Pop a can of Red Bull, just whiff it under my nose.
Yeah, mate. Nah, I don't think that'd help. I've seen you drink 2 cans of big Red Bulls and then be asleep 20 minutes later.
Because I'm a fucking animal. Oh, right. Let's get on to our next topic. Kyle, I've got conflicting reports here because Deadpool and Wolverine is breaking records for pre-ticket sales. It's already outpacing the first and the second film. The CEO for AMC has come out and he said this is the highest pre-sale we've ever had for an R-rated movie. So not Spider-Man numbers or all like that, but the highest ever by far we've had for an R-rated movie. I just want to know how this is because Marvel and Disney are dead and nobody cares about Marvel, and how is this possible, Kyle? Because the MCU is dead.
I don't know actually. I think when I started hearing about Marvel's dying and it's dead and it's gone woke, and I started hearing obviously people talk about, oh, this film's going to revive Marvel and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I can't hold it anymore. Just Jesus Christ.
This goes back to what we have been saying since we started this channel nearly a year ago. It has not been comic book fatigue. It's not... The general movie-going audience does not care if a film comes from Disney, Sony, or fucking Warner Brothers. They don't care.
Yeah.
It's been quality fatigue. The quality wasn't there. They have not been making, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 shit like they usually do. That's why the numbers have been going down.
It's not even that, though. Like seriously, if Marvel bring out something that, let's say, I don't really know a good example, but let's just say they bring out a movie and let's say 50% of the audience loved it. They think it's one of the best Marvel things, that's been put out. And then you got the other half that are kind of like, oh, I didn't really like it. I didn't really enjoy it. That is fair enough, It's the people, that don't like it. They then say, oh, Marvel is dead because of this one film or one show or whatever. It's like She-Hulk, or Marvel's dead now because of She-Hulk.
Which we didn't like She-Hulk.
No, but we didn't go on, screaming about it online. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't like something,
review it and then forget about it. Review it, then forget about it.
Yeah, but if you are so done with Marvel and think it's dead and don't want, you think it's the worst thing in the world, you don't want to watch it anymore, it's gone work or all that bollocks, don't watch it then. Why are you constantly telling people? All you're doing is just constantly telling people what you think of it. It's like, okay, we've heard you, shut the fuck up now and go watch something else, because we don't care.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
One of these channels popped up earlier today when I was just finished work, sat on the sofa, and I thought, do you know what? I'll see what he says about X-Men 97, because it's pretty fucking good, and that's all people have been saying. I think it's pretty fucking good. One of the best things Marvel's done in years. And yeah, do you know what? He praised the show, but turned round and said, which I find fucking disgusting, because he thinks he's sticking it to Disney, but really he's sticking it to the people who created this show, and now, because of, the actors and writer strikes, we'll be getting royalties from this show. That's who he's sticking it to. He's taking from them. He says, yeah, this show's actually pretty good, but if you want to watch it, don't go get Disney Plus. Find a creative solution around it. Telling people to go torrent it when it's not affecting... These creatives get money now for how well a show performs in a certain period of time. So he's not going, Disney. It's affecting these other people when he's telling his audience to go torrent something. I would never tell anybody to torrent anything. I think we both believe in pay for our entertainment. The only time it is acceptable is if you are willing to pay for the product and it is not available where you are. And, things get spoiled online and stuff like that. That's the only time where I'd say it's acceptable, but even when that's been the case...
Careful with your words there.
Even when that's been the case, we've still gone back. And when it is available in our area, then supported it when it has come out for us.
Yeah.
But yeah. No. Anyway. Back to Deadpool and Wolverine. Do you think we're... I'm 100% confident now we are seeing a 200 million plus opening weekend. Highest pre-ticket sales for an R-rated movie ever. By far. We're getting that 200 million opening.
Well, they are, but yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy for a dead movie studio.
Listen,
Kyle, this film makes less than 200 million, right? It makes 192, or something like that. the thumbnails on these channels. You ready? Deadpool and Wolverine bombs.
Deadpool Wolverine flops at the box office.
I already see it now. God.
Yeah.
They've had the scripts written since January, so...
Yeah. It's funny, these people that do this stuff, and then you've got the people that watch these type of videos and jump on it, you know, because it seems like the cool thing to do, and they clearly don't have a fucking clue of what they're talking about. So, you know...
Have you ever been in comments on that video?
On which?
These types of videos. It's either going to hurt your brain, or you're going to start laughing.
I honestly, it's just both for me. We've had a couple of comments on our channel.
Do you know what? Not as of late though. Our channel with comments lately has been fantastic.
It has been, but we have, you know, when we first, you know, say a couple of months ago, we had a couple of comments, and I was just reading them like, what the fuck are you even saying? Like,
you get a Kyle clapback for them.
Yeah, I mean, shit. If you're gonna be stupid about it, then I mean, you fucking deserve it, don't you? But no, we're open to suggest, you know, comments, and obviously, if you don't like something, if you genuinely don't like it, tell us why. We like to have a discussion about it. That's what we do. I don't like things Callum likes. Callum doesn't like things I like sometimes. But we have a discussion about it, and maybe we can change each other's mindset, or maybe we can give a new insight to something.
Yeah, but we don't speak to each other with the intent of changing each other's mindset, either.
No. It's like, for example, like Thor: The Dark World. I quite enjoy it. I thought it was just a fun little film, and you fucking despise it, like a lot of people do. But I can sit back, watch it. I don't mind it.
All right, watch it tonight then, if you're so hard.
No. No, I would. Genuinely, I would. I enjoyed the film. I thought it was fine, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. So that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
If you got you know, a nice little conversation to have,
yeah,
we'll have it.
Anyway, speaking of nice comments, we did a video.
So sorry, just quickly. In this, we're picking 3.
Yeah.
Of our, but because of what time period that they may choose to do this in, they might do a younger or older. Yeah. So I've picked 2 young, somewhat, and 2 older.
All right, all right. So you've done
4.
4. All right. I've got 4 as well.
Very nice.
I did have a 4th who I was thinking about putting in the list anyway, but okay, I'll just add them in. Yeah. So we did a video on Monday, and it was who should be Cyclops in the X-Men. Now we're starting to get some X-Men movement, script, and everything. And I loved uploading this video, and I've loved every single comment we've got and people discussing with us, because we started this channel nearly a year ago now for stuff like that, and people speaking to us, telling us their ideas. So, yeah. Great video to get everyone involved. So I thought, let's just cast this entire fucking X-Men film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if we haven't got a 4th topic, we can throw it in there.
Yeah.
So yeah. One-on-one again?
One-on-one. Yeah. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do the 2 sort of
just young... your most who you want to see the most?
Okay, so I'll do the most as my last one then.
Yeah.
My like prime pick.
Yeah, your favourite pick.
Okay, cool. So for me, it's got to be. Now this is if they take it a route where Magneto is a bit younger, not you know, he's not like a teenager or in his 30s or something like that. He's experienced, but he's not older kind of thing. It would be Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
Okay.
Who was Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones. That is my 4. I just obviously he's kind of got the look. I think he could really nail it.
Okay.
And you know, obviously his performance in Game of Thrones was just phenomenal. The fact that he was a bad guy, but in the same time he wasn't. he was sort of in that grey area, which I think it can really work with Magneto and with what Magneto sort of what he goes through and what his thoughts are. Because at the end of the day, Magneto just wants to save mutants and push that, but in not such a great way. And I feel like
and fuck his sister.
And
Sorry, Game of Thrones spoilers.
yeah. Anyways, that would be my pick for someone playing it as a younger, just getting into the Magneto role.
Right, my number 4. I kicked this one out simply because I've seen a lot of people say this one. But if you're going for 4, I'll go for 4. Viggo Mortensen, Lord of the Rings, Aragon. Green Book.
Just keep talking. I'm gonna look at his face.
Oh wow, we don't know Viggo. Anyway, I think if you want to go for, it depends what kind of age you are, but everybody knows Viggo can act. Everybody knows Viggo's that guy. Obviously, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Aragon. Everybody loves him, but then I'm looking at his later work, like I believe it's Mr. He did a film called Mr. Fantastic or something like that. He's fucking great in that. Green Book, if you haven't seen that, some of his best work. I think he can bring that presence of, he can do anything.
He's talking about Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
But it says here he was in G.I. Jane.
Good. Good. I'm glad he was. So was I.
Yeah.
I also shaved my head. I got slapped by Chris Rock. No, Will Smith. Who cares? Not me. But yeah, that's my number 4 pick. I've kind of just thrown this one in now because everyone's kind of saying this as well, so I didn't really want to bring it in. I kind of wanted to bring some of my own in.
Yeah.
Some of my own unique ones. Like, I've got one in my top 3, which is what a lot of people are saying, but that's my number 4. What's your number 3, Kyle?
For number 3, kind of controversial, somewhat. Michael Fassbender.
Okay.
This guy, listen, this guy is great in everything.
He's got the resume.
I mean, shit, he does. I think there was like a little nod to him and Ian in the X-Men show, the animated show. His other...
his other aliases, it was all there.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool, nice little nod to these guys. But yeah, he just nails it. And, he still looks, he's not older. Obviously, he's 47, but he could still... he looks like he's definitely got a lot more in him with Magneto.
Yeah.
He's literally, it's not, bad to say, but he is like the best part of these prequel films.
100%. That is why he's my number 3 as well.
Hell yeah. Bring him back. I would not mind it.
I would not be opposed to it at all.
Yeah.
I would love to see Michael Fassbender back as Magneto. Especially, Apocalypse is not a good film, but his stuff in Apocalypse is what, if I go back and watch Apocalypse, is what I watch Apocalypse for.
See, yeah, that's the struggle of it. It's like, I watch Magneto's, bit, the part with him in, and I just turn it off after that. I'm like, I'm done. I know there's obviously more to the story in the film, but I'm just like, I don't want to watch this film. I just want to see Magneto. He should have got his own film. Focusing on him.
I mean, Days of Future Past is great as well if you want Fassbender Magneto. Obviously, First Class, and then I've seen Dark Phoenix once.
Not seen it.
Have you not?
Not seen it, never.
Oh wow, you might have to get on that for our X-Men rewatch before Deadpool.
No,
which we don't have long to do now. Actually, we're gonna have to jump on that soon. So yeah, Michael Fassbender is both our third. So, yeah.
All right.
Who's your second?
So, number 2. Now, I've not seen him in a hell of a lot, but I've seen him in quite a few different things here and there. Jason Isaacs.
Okay.
Obviously, he plays. He's probably more sort of not well known, but more commonly sort of associated with like a big franchise is the Harry Potter. He plays Malfoy's father, and he's just this fucking just kind of creepy-esque, but kind of powerful, but he's like very reserved almost kind of thing. I think that'd be a great way to handle Magneto, is like he has all this power, you know, instead of sort of, it's kind of like how Fassbender's Magneto did it, where
Let's just call him Michael Metalbender.
Michael Metalbender.
Yep.
And his sort of, you know, he's got all this power, he can do all these amazing things with his ability, but he only does like subtle, tiny things, especially in like, you know, First Class.
Yeah.
So I feel like he could definitely nail that. Again, I think he could play a more sort of experienced Magneto very well in his prime. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. Right. My number two. I am going with Colin Firth from The Kingsman. You know what I'm on about, don't you, Kyle?
I do.
This guy is an actor through and through. For some reason, when I was having to think about this over the past 2 days, I just thought, do you know what? Colin Firth could absolutely fucking rock this role. What's Magneto known for? Speeches. What's he done a film? The King's Speech. There you go. He's already done a film where he speaks.
I like it. I don't know. I
you
feel
don't
like
have to like it.
No, I like it. I think that's a good one.
Right, I think your Michael Fassbender pick was rubbish.
You picked the same one. Anyways, I think that would be great. Obviously, I've not really seen him in a action role other than The Kingsman and the second one. I didn't bother with the third one they did. I can't.
It was a prequel.
Kingsman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think he was in that, was he?
No.
No. But I know he's in a lot of these sort of rom-coms. Somehow I have watched Bridget Jones.
I know exactly how you've watched Bridget Jones, mate.
Yeah.
With one hand in
By
your pants.
force. Jesus. Right. Anyways. You know, he can do the action stuff, and
which, to be fair, with Magneto, you don't have to do a right lot.
Yeah, you don't, but it's, you know, the moving around and doing, you know, dealing with all the sort of like the big sets. You know, this guy could handle it, I think.
Yeah, and just from a performance standpoint,
make it look cool.
Performance standpoint, he is without doubt a fantastic actor, which is obviously what we need to look for first in any role. Is
I feel like if he gets that voice, if he gets his voice, sort of, if he finds like the right tone for Magneto, he could definitely make it like so unique.
No, definitely, he could make it so unique.
Yeah,
and just be throwing metal everywhere. Because that's what he does. Magneto's power is he goes to the scrapyard and just throws bits of scrap.
I was kind of hoping that, you know, hopefully next episode we have an actual just like a board, and we can just drag in pictures of the, you know, actors or actresses that we want.
We can work on something like that.
We can work on something like that. Just because I was thinking today, I was like, yeah, I could look at Colin Firth and just have like a text box of metal. It's like, look at him. Yeah, he definitely could get the metal floating about. Yeah, it looks good on him.
Look at him next to a can of Coke.
Yeah, just have it floating about on screen.
Complete.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Colin Firth, my number 2 pick. Kyle, your number 1, please.
Number 1. Okay,
I've got a feeling we're going in very different directions with this, and I can't wait.
Potentially, yeah. I may say his name wrong.
Oh, you're definitely not picking who I've picked then.
Ralph Fiennes.
Okay.
Fiennes?
Yeah.
He was recently in The Menu.
Oh my god, that is such a good film. That is such a good film. Kyle, you don't even have to gush about it, because I'm going to gush about it for you. That film, if you want to see something that's a little bit fucked up, a little bit creepy, and it's got amazing performances in, go watch The Menu.
It was for me, when I watched it, it was very odd because I watched it before I went to work. It was just, yeah, I definitely should have watched that in the evening, but it was a really good time. Obviously, I went to work, I didn't have much time to digest it, essentially. See what I did there?
Yep.
Digest it. I didn't have much time to sort of like think about it afterwards, but, from what I gather of the film, they were pretty damn good. But for me, the performance of like the entire film was just, I felt like he carried the film, but at the same time you got all these other great performances going on. But he was just like the top standout.
Oh, he was definitely the standout, and he was definitely the most seasoned actor out of them all, so it kind of makes sense, because Anya Taylor-Joy and Nicholas Hoult were both in there, and they, stood with him and stood toe-to-toe with him, and kind of, you got to give them respect for flinging it back as well, and acting next to him, but...
He was just talking for a lot of it, describing the menus in the film, and it's like, it's terrifying to watch, to listen to him, because I don't know, just something about his performance and that, it's great. And he could bring that to Magneto, which is what you kind of, would like to get from Magneto. I should also just mention, just a quick one, he would make a great Agent 47, which is from the Hitman games. I think we've had 1 or 2 Hitman movies.
Oh, casting Agent 47's next week.
Yeah, but just saying, he'd be a great pick. But other than that, Magneto, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Do you want to hear my number one?
Let's hear it.
Going a bit on the younger side with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Driver.
Mm.
He skipped out of playing Reed Richards, from what we know of. It was a money thing for him. Now, news is now he has left his old agency, who he worked with, his old agent, and he's now signed with new ones, because Adam Driver's great. He just hasn't been getting great films lately. And I think he needs something like this.
I think, he's not had anything sort of massive, big budget, because he has had good films. You've got Black Klansman, and you've obviously got the, was it Marriage Story with Scarlett Johansson?
When were Black Klansman? I think that was 2017.
Yeah.
So, Marriage Story was 2019.
Outside of Star Wars, I'm saying.
100, yeah. And that's where he's been known for his performances and stuff like that. And that's why I would love him as Magneto.
Yeah.
He would do such a good job as Magneto. I don't think a lot of people will agree with me on this one. But with
Adam Driver, I think they definitely need to nail the. This is not like, I don't know. I think he could do it, but I'm not too sure. I can't see it in my head.
Yeah, I get it, and it's going to be hard for a lot of people to see it. It's not like...
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
No.
I just can't see it.
It's like when we found out that he might be up for Reed Richards. It's something we never thought about. And that clicked a lot faster in our heads. It was like, do you know what? Yeah, all right. I can kind of see that. With this, I do see it. He's done the villain thing before, but this time he gets to play a villain who's not really a villain. Magneto was right, that's all I'm saying. My X-Men 97 fans out there. Anyway, I think Adam Driver, because he's not too young. I think he's probably in his 40s. And it all depends on how they want to do this X-Men film as well. Adam Driver might not be the right fit for the new X-Men film.
Yeah, because you've got to look at these castings as well. This is one thing you need to kind of factor in. when you sort of think of castings is how are they going to play with the overarching story? That's like one of the main things. And it's especially in like something like this, it's the dynamic between the other cast members of who you cast as, say, as your Xavier or, Wolverine, for example.
I do want to say about this new X-Men film that we're getting, I do believe the first two pieces of casting we will hear, if it's separate, or the rumours start coming out, the first two pieces of casting we will hear is Magneto and Professor X. And then they will try and, work it around them.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
But no, Adam Driver, that's my number one pick. So...
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it is an interesting pick as well. And phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, guys, let us know down below whose list you liked more. Was it mine? Was it Kyle's?
No. Yeah.
No, you said no for yours.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. And let us know, did we miss anyone? Is there someone so obviously that should play Magneto that there should have been in this list? Obviously, none of us mentioned...
list.
Yeah, let us know your list down below. Obviously, none of us mentioned Ian McKellen. Now, I do think he's going to be back for Deadpool and Wolverine. I do think he's going to be back for Avengers Secret Wars.
He came to our school, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. I do think he's going to be back for Secret Wars as well. I'm just thinking of a new Magneto. And yeah, we both mentioned Michael Fassbender, but he's still young enough to carry that torch for a little bit longer as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not to say, like, he didn't nail the role. He fucking did. He's, it's just Michael Fassbender managed to sort of meet him up to that bar and, in some ways excel it, which is never, it's not a bad thing. We're not saying anything bad. I mean, it's like who your favourite version of the character is, essentially, even though they're technically the same. But it's what you pick. Everyone's choice is personal,
Yeah.
So,
am I remembering it correctly that Michael Fassbender's Magneto was originally in Multiverse of Madness? If I remember correctly.
Oh, I couldn't speak to that.
I remember reading that somewhere. I could be wrong. It could be a completely different project. But I'm trying to think what that would be now.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, that will do us for today. Yeah, let us know what you thought of the video. I would just want to say, over the past couple of days, we kind of went through a slump of like we couldn't get past 160 subscribers, and now we're nearly at 180. So thank you everyone over the past couple of days, all the support, all the comments, everything. It means so much to us. That's why we got into this. June 4th will be when we uploaded our first video. It says May 29th for when we created the channel. June 4th is when we uploaded our first video. So we'll count June 4th as the year anniversary. That's when the Acolyte comes out, actually. So that's 2 week away. 2 week away yesterday. So 2 weeks to our year anniversary. But thank you everyone for watching. I know I like to make a little joke at the end, usually. But thanks for watching, guys. And we will see you. We'll probably get a show out tomorrow because we'll be seeing Furiosa Friday, and we will definitely not be able to do a review Friday night because it's going to be so late. I've got work in the morning. You're not working though, are you? So I can get in from work and we can just record our Furiosa review. Then get that up for you guys. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Maybe. Who knows? Kyle might... No, I'm not going to say it. Because that's mean.
This is why I'm not saying anything, because I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. Waiting for your dad to return. Anyway, see you later.